Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and I thought we would work on some page flip outs today. I know we've done those plenty of times before, but these are going to have a little bit of a different twist, and I needed some for the journals that I've got to hopefully get out the door this week. I am going to be using my spring collection and I think Alicia's spring collection. I'm just trying to look here to see if I have a piece that would work in here. I think I might put the little kitty in the window. I'm trying to find a piece that I won't lose very much of. I think we might go with that. All right, I am going to start off by cutting the ends of this open. Trim that one. Trim this one just enough to open it. Now we've got that opened up. Let's see. I think I'm going to trim it a little bit more because I want to be able to get it in this trimmer and not have to go get my other trimmer, which is on another table somewhere. I want to put this in here. And I want to trim that off even because it goes at a little bit of a V. So I'm just going to trim it off even. Alright, so that's going to be the start of one. Let's just go ahead and I want this at the top. There's going to be a pocket down here. And this is going to be a side tuck, so I'm going to extend this on out just a little bit with a piece of paper. And then this is going to be another little flip. So let's see if we can get all that in. Who knows if I will or not. Let's see, did I get it the right height? I did. Miracles. So I'm just going to use this whole piece of paper and glue it down on here. And then I'll fold over some of the paper to make this little piece a little bit wider. Who knows how much of this is going to work, but I think it will. Okay, it's a little bit short, or either I put it a little bit too high, but I'll trim that off. That's not a big deal. Now, I'm going to take this piece, and I'm just going to fold it about right there. That will give us a pretty big tuck spot on that side. I'll get my sentences finished in a minute. Right now, I'm trying to think and craft at the same time. All right, there's our regular fold, so we know we can't go over that. So let's bring this back some. All right, that should work. Okay, so that'll be a little fold around and there'll be a tuck there. And then make sure that this is burnished down well so it'll stay there. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And you can use your Merely Arts or Art Glitter. I'm using my glue stick because I printed this on regular copy paper, which I probably should not have. But I did. I had it in my printer and I did it before I thought. So the glue would show through if I put any other kind of glue on there. So we're just going to go with that. Okay. All right. Now, let me check this. This is going to be the top. This will be the bottom. I want a little pocket here, but I really don't want to cover this up. So I think I'm going to bring a little pocket just at an angle down this way. So I'm going to put a little piece of paper right here, just a little scrap of something. If I have a little scrap of something, let's just put this little scrap there. We don't need it to come all the way down because our corner pocket will come down through here. So that's about as wide as we need it right there. Now, what are we going to make our little corner pocket out of? I was going to just turn this up, but I'm going to lose part of my flower if I do that. Okay, this is what I'm going to do, and I didn't even have to put that piece there, but I already have put it, so we're not going to worry about it. I am going to fold this up. Make a little crease in this part, not this. And then, if we could find scissors, we would cut this. Okay, I'm going to cut right down that score line. Just to the little fold that goes this way. And then we're going to take this piece, and it's going to come over here. I am going to cover my little shovel up, but that's all right. I'm not going to worry about that. Now let's make sure. No, there's our fold. So we're good. We're only going to have a short pocket, and that'll be good. Okay, let's find some paper that we want to put on this. I'm making this up as I go along. Can you tell? I did have to put that piece of paper there too. Let's take this little piece right here and put it on there. And I'm just going to cut it. I'm not going to fuss with it too much. Okay, what I want to do is I want to fold this, and slide that on there, and then we'll trim this end off. You know what? I think I'm going to trim it a little bit wider. I'll show you why in a minute. Okay. How many different ways can you flip paper, Edith? You are flipping, flipping, flipping. I'm just trimming that bottom off right there, just even with our envelope. And now that's going to glow. That's going to glow down like that. All right, let's go ahead and cut this little corner out here. We don't need that in our way. And then I'm going to do a little tiny bit of inking. I'm not going to do a lot. I didn't really ink on anything else. Okay, let's put glue on all of this, see if it works. This is a thicker paper, so I can use the art glitter glue. Just made a little sleeve for that to go up in. And then we're going to glue this piece down. And I didn't need to put glue right there. I'll glue that piece down. This is just for extra strength. You really don't need that piece there, but it's to make it have just a little bit extra strength. Okay. Now, this piece is just going to glue down like that. So you'll glue here and then up through here. So there is a little pocket on the bottom of that. And we'll put something right here to kind of decorate that so that it will look a little bit better. Put some labels or something there, or flower or something. Now I'm going to try to even this bottom up while I'm here. Okay. There we go. So we got a little pocket here. I didn't cut a little pull in the top of it because I really don't think it's necessary, but you can do that if you want. Okay, now let's go ahead and put something here, and we can go ahead and go all the way out with it if we want. I think I might use this piece. I'm going to go ahead and tear it off. Put a little ink on the corner or the edge here because I did tear that. Put a little glue right here, and I'm going to tuck that inside that pocket. So that's got that, and then let's go ahead and do our fold again, wherever it might be. Right there, maybe. Okay, there we go. Now, this piece, we can either fold it around or cut it off. I think I'll fold a little piece of it around, but I'm not going to fold it all. It doesn't need all of it. Now we need a little piece up here, and we can use just about anything to go up there. It just needs to be a little tiny piece. All right, so that has all of that covered. Like I said, you'll have a pocket here. And then this will be another little tuck. We need to put a picture in here, something that's going to show through. And I thought about doing my little kitty cat. So let's see where we can put our little kitty cat. Kitty, kitty. Cute. All right, I'm going to mark where I want to cut or tear this paper, whichever one I'm going to do, so that our cat will be in there, in the window. Okay, then we need to tear it off about here and a little bit at the bottom. Now this is going to be a piece that's going to glue to the back of this, so it's going to be stationary when you put your tag down in there, because we're going to let this, I think, are we going to let this be a pocket? Let me think about it. Do we want that to be a pocket? Don't know. I'm thinking. Okay, I don't think that's going to be a pocket. I'm just going to glue our little kitty cat down in there. Not going to have a pocket here. This is going to be different. No pocket. I just want my little kitty cat to show all the time. So let's go ahead and flip this over, put our little kitty there. Get as much of her or him or whatever it is as I can in there. The little window. Cute. He's so cute. And then I'm just going to glue this down. Okay, that seems like it's glued well enough. I am going to have to, I didn't put it down straight, so I'm going to have to trim a little of this off. But that's going to be all right. I told you this is trial and error, and this is Edith's error. It's not really going to matter, except that it tries to fold up when I fold this little piece over. So, all right. There, we got our cat in there. Okay, now let's see how we would put this down on a page. I have no clue, but we're gonna figure it out together. Let's just say this is our page. Go ahead and fold it like our page would be. And this, pretend that's not on there. This is a good piece to go on a page that is kind of plain. So it would need to go on this side, I think. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work. See, I told you. I may be doing something that's not going to work. Okay, it will work. That's going to fold back that way. Okay, we got it. So this one is going to fold to the other side of the page, and there'll be a tuck right here. So we'll go ahead and put a little pull in here. And then we'll ink that so that we'll know what we're doing, kind of, sort of. All right, so this is the other side of the page. So we're going to put that down like that. And it would glue. It would glue up here, down through here, and then across the bottom here. So then you'd have this cute little tuck right there. Then when you turn the page, you're going to have your little kitty cat here with a pocket down here. And then this is going to be, see, we can't leave it like that because this is going to be the spine. So this is going to be a backward flip. You ever took gymnastics? This is a backward flip. So it's going to cover up the kitty when you first turn, but then when you open it up, you'll see that little kitty cat there. So that's going to be a flip that goes that way. So we need to put writing paper on this maybe, or another piece of decorative paper. And so see, when you open this up, you'll have your little kitty. We can make another pocket here. And then that can just be a flip that you can write on. You can write on that side and write on that side. Does that work at all? I don't know if it does or not. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll change my mind. I'm going to cut this part off. The reason being is I don't want to cover up my little kitty cat. And I didn't think about that. I didn't think about this very far, you know, in advance. So we're going to put that over there. We'll make that a side tuck pocket. So this would go on like that. This would glue down here and here. And you'll have a top tuck. And you'll have your little kitty. And then that's still going to be the side tuck. So we're going to do it that way for now. Just don't want to cover up this window. And I think if we left that on, even when you tried to fold it out, you would be into that spine and it just wouldn't work well. So let's do it this way. We can always figure out a different way to fix it. And you've still got your little pocket here. Right here. Still got your pocket there. Okay. And we don't need anything in here because we're going to glue this down. That's going to be glued down to the page here and here. And then when you flip this one over to the other page, that will be glued down there, and you'll have a side tuck. Okay. I think I figured it out. So we're going to leave that like that, but do I want to do some embellishing? I do want to put something here. Something. I'm just going to grab one of these little flowers. And don't ask me where I got these because I've got them through Happy Mail and I have no idea where you can get any. I just had some people give them to me through Happy Mail. So I wouldn't begin to tell you. Just have to Google it, I get. They're like acetate stickers, I guess you could call it. They're really hard to deal with, to tell you the truth about it. I think I'll just put that one on there. It fits perfect. They're real slick. I can't keep them in my ephemera journals because they just slide out. But, I mean, I like them for things like this. I just have to keep them in my little box there. Tuck that under. So there's that one. I like that. See, that just kind of disguised that little piece that we had to put there. And then let's just grab a little label of some kind. Put a number label, or let's just do this one. I'm a little bit beshuffled. Beshuffled, is that a word? Befuzzled? I don't know. Be something today because I got up early and I had so many things that I wanted to get done, and I tell you what, the older I get, the slower I get. I do believe. Because I don't think I got half of the things that I wanted to get done. Put that there. And let's put special delivery on here, and that little cat can be our special delivery. Okay, I like that. I may put some other things on it when I start to put it in the journal. You know, I may put a label or something over here, but right now I think I'm going to leave it like that. Now this piece, since we've already got it covered, I'm going to make this, let's see, I think I'm going to turn this into a little side tuck for a page. Let's even it up where I did my shoddy trimming. And the bottom. Yeah, and we can just cut a little piece off right here. And this will be a little side tuck. So out of a half a piece of paper, we made 2 pieces of ephemera. It's pretty good. So see, that would go on the page like that. And then you would just glue here, here, and here. Or you could leave the top open and just glue here and here. And it'll be a little side tuck where you can tuck something down in there. You could leave that top open and just tuck it in there like that. So we will put a label or something on this one. I may put a flower on this one. Let's see if we got one that's tall. I don't think I have a tall one. There's some yellow ones, but I don't think they're very tall. I think that might be the tallest I have right there. That's the only thing about these flowers is they really don't come in real tall pieces. So when you're making tags and things like this, it's hard to get them to work. Let's see. I may put that there and then just have a little label go across it. Let's use one of Tina's labels. No, this is Tracy Fox labels. Tina and Tracy, I get them mixed up sometimes. This is Tracy Fox. I think Tracy is well known all over YouTube for her labels. I don't know. I don't know how she wants to make all of them, but she has a ton of them, and they're not easy to make, believe me. I guess that's why everybody goes and buys hers, because nobody wants to make them. I don't want to make them. They're tough. Well, they take a long time to make labels, and especially when you have the different layers like she does. It just takes a while. And most of us don't want to take that much time. Tracy probably doesn't either, but she's like, well, nobody else will make them. I guess I will. Let's see. Maybe we could put a little number down there. No, I'm just going to put a little piece of washi. Just a little piece of washi. That's it. All right, that's another little piece of ephemera. So let's do another one and see if we can get this one halfway like we want. I told you they were going to have a twist, but I didn't tell you it was going to be that twisty, did I? But, you know, you can make these any way that you want. You can turn them around and around and around if you want to. I keep hearing cars outside. Let's try a piece of this. And I'm going to let it go over far enough that we'll get our little bird on the other side. So I'm just going to tear this that goes down by the window. Oops. Make sure that you tear it off of any other paper. It doesn't tear well when you hold it on top of other paper. I never was able to get the Happy Mail video up. It was corrupted and it just would not load. It would load and then it would say corruption. So I could never get it to work. I apologize. I'm going to try. I've still got everything out. I have used a few pieces, but I'm going to try to get it done again sometime this week if possible. So hopefully I can. I have some of our sublimation pieces ready to go up in the store. Some of them will be pre-order, some of them will be, we'll have some in stock, that kind of thing. But we're going to try to make to order. So in other words, we're going to try to take your orders and make the things to order, hopefully. Even though that we might have one or two in stock, which it doesn't take that long to make it. But I wanted to try to do that so that everything would be kind of fresh. Plus, you guys might want something a little bit different on your piece than somebody else. You might want your name on yours. And so that'll give you a chance to kind of customize it like you want. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the fold here on this. And I know I probably shouldn't fold it now because it's still wet. But I am not a patient person. Oh, Lordy. Cut the little bird's face off? No, we don't want to do that. Okay, we're going to make our own fold. We don't have to worry about where that's folded. We're going to make our own fold because I don't want to cut his face off. There we go. So you don't have to follow those manufacturer folds in these envelopes. Fold it like you want to. And then this piece will fold down. That'll work. About like that. I'm just going to leave this on the inside. Yes, this is a good piece of paper, but I can print this again. It'll just make that pocket a lot stronger. Or that little tuck. Yeah, that's better. That is a lot better. Got our little birdie in there. But anyway, what I was saying is I've got some things to load up. I designed a cup or a tumbler last night with our logo on it, and one of our sayings that we've been saying for years, which is absolutely true when it comes to my case. But you'll see what I'm talking about if you go to the store when the video is over with. All right, now what do we want to do? So this piece, we probably need to, I think I'm going to do like I did before. And let me make a mark here. I cannot find anything. Presley and Alicia and everybody's been over here working this morning, and I can't find any of my tools, my scissors. Everything's gone. My ruler, I guess let's grab another ruler here. Everything's missing. I told them they're going to have to make their own desk. Working off of mine, we're not getting along too well. Okay. We'll fold that over, and that will be our little pocket. And I'm just going to run the paper on out when I start to put that pocket together. And then this little part will cut off, and that can be another little side tuck. So we're making 2 different pieces of ephemera out of this one little envelope. And some scrap paper. Right, let's go ahead and cover this. Yeah, I'm not too good at sharing my desk because I kind of have everything the way that I want it. And when people start crowding in on my desk, I'm like, get away, get away, get away. I think I'll just put that there. It's a little scrap piece, but I think it's pretty. But right now we're having to work out some different arrangements in room and getting everything organized, all of that kind of stuff. Now, we're not going to be perfect. There's no way that we'll be perfect because, as I tell you guys all the time, there is no perfection in crafting. There's not any perfection in anything in this old world. But we're going to get it as close to perfect as we possibly can. We're going to try our very, very best. Okay, I just split that so that I can fold this around. I'm going to have to trim a little of that off or it's going to show through the window. Yeah, we have the hardest trouble that I'm having, and I know a lot of people do the tumblers, and they seem to say that they have no issues with it. I'm just having issues with the tumblers. I don't think they're all the same size. They say they're 20 ounce, but I think some of them might be a little bit different in size. And that happens when, a company mass makes something like that. They get them a little bit different sizes, but I'm just having to adjust templates every time I start to print off. But we're going to have these first ones at a very good discount, so you guys can, you're going to be a part of our training. So, like I said, we will try our best to make the product as perfect as possible, but it's not going to be absolutely 100% perfect. It's going to be as close as we can get it. I told Betty, she was telling me, here's my template. And so she sent me a copy of her template, which she's supposed to have the same cups as I do. Well, her template just didn't work on my cups. And I sent it back and I said, it's not working. I said, mine seems to be a little bit bigger than yours because I come out and I don't have enough. I don't have enough of the image at the end. And she said, that doesn't make any sense. I said, tell me about it. But it's the truth. So I have no clue what the problem is there, but I just think it's the cups. But, I'm sure they make those at such a high quantity that But it gets pretty aggravating when you have to measure each and every one instead of just having a template, putting it on there and being able to go with it. Makes it a little bit aggravating. But it's fun learning new stuff. I don't mind. Now, I'll tell you, I'm one who likes to learn the new things by myself. I like to just be able to sit and think and do it by myself first and then teach other people. When I get it down pat, I don't mind teaching somebody else. But it's hard for me to teach someone else when I'm struggling with making it myself. You know what I mean? I don't know if that made any sense whatsoever, but that's about the extent of where I am today. Nothing makes sense. But anyway, I told Betty, I said, do you think I could just hire you to drive to Alabama and show me how to make these cups? She said, well, I'll come up there if you want me to. I said, no, you better not. And she would drive all the way up here, which is like an 8-hour drive from where she lives. She would drive all the way up here to help me if I needed her to. Because she's driven all the way up here many times since my husband passed away. She drove up here and was with me when he passed. And I know she would do it again in a heartbeat, but I would not ask her to do that. She has so many things going on in her world that she doesn't need me hindering her with all kinds of stuff. Okay, that's how we're going to do that pocket right there. All I'm doing with this extra is just making my pocket a little bit larger and then folding it over the edges so that it'll be a little stronger. I know I've flipped the paper around and around, and you're probably thinking, good grief, I don't know what she's doing. But I'm just extending my pocket. This top part is just folding over to make this stronger. And then this, I just extended the pocket. As you can see, the pocket, I glued that on the wrong side again, Edith. The envelope ended here, but I made my little fold on out here because we want this pocket to actually come over to where this folds right there. So it'll go the full width of this. So we are going to now put our glue right here on the edge of this and then glue that down. And at the bottom, don't forget to glue the bottom, Edith. Someone said the other day, is your name E or Edith or Eve or what? I said, it's really just whatever you want to call me. And they said, well, you say when you, on your videos, you say, this is E with scrapbooking with me and blah, blah, blah. And then they said, when you're fussing at yourself, you say, Edith, Edith. I said, that's because when I was little and my mother would fuss at me, she would call my full name. I said, now when I fuss at myself, I call my full name. When she wasn't fussing at me, when I didn't do anything wrong, she would just say baby or something like that. But that wasn't very often because I was usually always in trouble. Okay, I'm going to have to cut that bottom off straight. I keep trimming it with my scissors and it's not getting straighter, it's getting crookeder. Crookeder, is that a word? Don't trim it when your glue's wet. But my name is Edith. And my maiden name was Feder. We come from Germany. And then my married name is Ray, W-R-A-Y, with a W. But you can call me whatever you want to call me, as long as it's not a bad word. I don't care. Okay, now let's go ahead and put something here and up here, and then we'll put something on the inside. Let's see. I think I might just put this little piece on there. Yeah, make that look like a little hinge. Now, if my mother ever called my full name, oh my goodness, I would be running for the hills because I knew I was in big, bad trouble. Let's tuck that into the pocket. And she did it quite often, too. She called my full name quite often. Because I was always in trouble. I mean, I was raised with 4 boys. What does she expect, you know? There was no way I could be good. They always got me in trouble. And I think I'm going to put the other one up there. They would dare me to do this and dare me to do that. And guess what? When somebody dares me, I do it. And then I would end up in trouble. And they would end up laughing. That was my brothers. And I don't let them forget it now either. I tell them all the time, you got me in trouble. One time it come a really, I'll tell y'all a story while we're doing this. One time it come a really hard rain where we lived, and I mean, it was flooding everywhere. Everything was flooded. So my brothers decided they wanted to dare me to run. We had a big ditch, deep ditch in front of our house. And they decided that they wanted to dare me to run up and down in that ditch. Just for laughs. So I ran up and down in that ditch. Well, I ran the first 2 or 3 times and with no problem. At that 3rd time, I stepped on a broken Coca-Cola bottle and like to slice my big toe off. Of course, they laughed. And I was holding my foot. I was only probably 6. I was holding my foot saying, don't tell mama, don't tell mama, don't tell mama, and blood gushing everywhere. And they were like, well, I think mom's going to know. I think she's going to know that you've almost cut your toe off. So, but I was begging them not to tell her because I knew I was going to be in trouble. I knew it. And I was. After she got through cleaning me up and petting me for a while, then I was in terrible trouble. I think I might put that flower in there. What do you think? Yeah, let's just do it. And I was like, but they dared me to do it. And she said, you don't do everything that your brothers dare you to do. They're just doing it for meanness. She said, I didn't see any of you boys out there running up and down the ditch. Like, no, we didn't want to. Oh, Lordy. And I'm probably still about as bad, too. I still get in trouble. Let's see. I think we're going to bring it down a little bit. I want a little bit of the pot to show, so I'm going to bring it down about like that. And I'll need to trim again. And that'll be fine. No, I don't do big bad stuff anymore, but boy, I tell you, when I was a teenager, I did. Me and my friends got in trouble lots of times. Good thing my daddy knew everybody in our town. He got me out of a lot of trouble. I know you can hardly believe that I was that kind of person, can you? No, I was. I just was adventurous. I'm still adventurous. I like to try different things. And if my friends was doing it, I had to do it, you know? Daddy would just shake his head. Now, my mother would beat the tar out of me, but my daddy would just shake his head. He'd say, girl, you're putting all these gray hair in my head. I said, I'm sorry. Then he'd pet me a while, and then I'd get home, and my mother would beat the tar out of me. Oh, Lordy. I hope my kids are not listening to this. Or my grandkids. Maybe they're not listening. They're supposed to be good. They're not supposed to be bad like I was. Okay. I'm going to put a little flower or something on here. That may be all that I get made today. This is taking me longer than I thought because I had a different thought in my head and it just didn't work. Just didn't work out like I thought. Oh, that's already got a piece of tape on it. Cute. And we'll put that there maybe. No, I don't like that there. After I looked at it, I don't like it there. What about a purple one? That would go kind of with that purple up there. Let's do that one. Yeah, I have to tell Melina and Alicia not to watch this one. They don't need to know how their mother was when she was young. And don't you guys tell her either. That's not nice. Nobody be tattletelling. Well, let's put that there and I'll cover up a little bit of that stem. That'll work. And then I'm going to put a little number or something up here. I know I'll have 15 people that'll message me and say that they're going to go tell Melina. I guarantee you. My fingers are growing fur. Guarantee policy. Okay. And then number up there. Cute. All right, so we have got, and we'll punch a little pull on this side. You notice I've got on a long sleeve shirt today because it got cold last night. And then today it warmed up and now it's like, whoops, now it's 60 degrees and I'm burning up. So we'll glue this here on the inside, down through there and there. There'll be a tuck. And then this one we'll glue down through here and over here and it'll be a top pocket and then we'll have another pocket right here. So I'm going to punch a little pull in the top of this just so I'll remember that it's going to have a top pocket. Because if I don't, I'll glue it down and I'll forget what I was going to do. There we go. We can put another little label up there if we want. I think that's cute. Like it. All right, now that little piece that we had left over, what did I do with it? Right here. So let's go ahead and make this into a little side tuck while we're at it. Now, my kids were not perfect. Melina put a few gray hair in my head over the years. Just like all of our kids do. None of the kids are perfect. They're all going to experiment and do different things. And it's just the way kids are, I guess. They weren't perfect, but they were pretty good girls and still are. They're still good girls. I can't complain. And that was all due to their dad. No, he was not perfect when he was growing up either. I have heard some of the tales of the things that he did. Oh, him and his friends. So, like I said, I don't think any of us are. It's just the way it goes. I got that tissue stuck to my hands. I've got like fur on my fingertips. I'm just going to wrap this paper around just to make it a little bit stronger. I can't feel the paper anymore. I am touching paper, right? Oh me. Yeah, that's cute. The little birdie on there. And we'll cut that. Make a little side tuck pocket. And then we'll put a little label down here. Let's just go with that one. I know that's pink and this is red, but it does have a little bit of a red tint to some of that pink in the middle. There you go. There's a little side tuck. Okay, I think that is going to be all that we do. Those pieces took me a while, did they not? So we've got 2 of these and then 2 of the side tuck pockets. And this will be 3 pockets. You'll have a pocket here, a pocket up here, and then a pocket here. So that'll be 3 pockets each. I think they're cute. I enjoyed making them. Hope you guys will give it a try, and if you do, make sure that you share it over on our Facebook page. That link is always below. We will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.